Now it's time for Coach's Comments, presented by Southside Auto Tech. I'm Cristiano Simonetta, joined alongside by Stars head coach and GM Cody Chupp. And Cody, will start off with the starts for Lincoln over the last two games. Have not been strong. A couple of goals now in tonight's game. After the period begins, the first 2 minutes, you've allowed a goal. What have you seen in those moments?
Yeah, I don't know, and it's difficult to say, especially the way we've played the second and third period the last couple nights. You know, and that was what our conversation post-game was about, is we're too good of a hockey team to spot a team 3 goals. And this is too good of a league, and teams are too good in this league to spot anyone 3 goals. And if we want to try to make a living like we did last night, it's going to be a really long season for us. So we have the ability. It's frustrating the last couple nights the way that we've come out and essentially allowed our opponent to dictate what the game's going to be. And you know, if you want to play a 40-minute hockey game and start down 3-0, it's a difficult league to play in. And you know, I think the frustration stems from that specifically, that we're too good of a team to be doing that to ourselves. And you know, we have to figure out what it is during the week, what it is on game day that is causing these starts, because now we have 2 in a row and we don't want to make it 3 in a row. So it's on us, it's on the staff, it's on the players to figure out what we need to be prepared when that puck goes down.
Is there anything you could stress in terms of consistency in acquiring that 60-minute game? It's a cliche used in hockey circles all around the world, but 60 minutes, playing hard every shift, because you guys turn it on, and you saw in 3 minutes and 41 seconds you're able to score 3 goals, which is no small feat in any league. But like you said, you can't spot teams 3 goals, so is there a message in practice? Is there stuff that you're going to be working on? Obviously, it's not a one-sentence answer that could solve this problem, but it seems whenever you guys want to play and want to show up, the talent is there, and there's a reason why you guys were atop the USHL coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, I think it, in my opinion, it's an everyday thing, and you know, you can't have practices where you start slow and you can't show up to the rink being surprised by anything, and you know, I think that's what we looked like the last couple nights, like that we were surprised by what we were seeing, that we were surprised by their speed or their ability in transition. You know, so to tell you exactly what it is, I don't know, but I do know that our focus is on every single day being ready to start practice and to start the right way, to be sharp and crisp and communicating and working right from the start. You know, what I'll say is I like this group, and I've always said I like this group, and I know that this group is beating themselves over the head right now in that locker room, just like the coaches are, trying to figure out why we've started so slow back-to-back nights now. But with that being said, I like the resiliency. I like the character in the room. I don't foresee this being a trend, and we're going to figure it out this week.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, how is your confidence level in this group's resiliency? Because every time they've been tested, whether it's the outing in Sioux City, the outing in Youngstown, and you think, okay, how are the Lincoln Stars going to respond to a loss? You've responded by getting points the next game. So is that something you like from your club, 7-3-2 to start the year?
Yeah, absolutely it is. And not only our response to follow-up losses, but our response within games. And if you look at tonight, you know, it's hard to say that the ability to dominate games and to take over control of games, you know, it's hard to say that it isn't there, because quite clearly it is. So, you know, the frustration is from the fact that we didn't play 60 minutes, and we let this one slip to a point where it was hard to recover from, and we gave it a good effort. But like I said, it's, you know, 3 goals is really difficult in this league to come back from.
One last question for you, Cody. Power play 0 for 16 in their last 16 over a stretch of 4 games. What can you guys look to shore up with the man advantage this week before you play against Omaha and Sioux Falls?
Yeah, I think our power play, you know, a little bit of it was moving some personnel around over the last couple of weeks with Grohl out. Mm-hmm. I thought we struggled to get – I wouldn't say struggled to get set last night, but last night we didn't put pressure on ourselves to get set. It was one pass and attack, and on the power play, you know, we talk about getting ourselves set, making 3 good tape-to-tape passes, start to stretch things out, and then we start to play into the interior and play towards the net. And, you know, I'm not worried about our power play. I'm not worried about the guys that are on it. I think we have some guys that might start to get an opportunity. But for us, it's about being on the same page, and that starts on the breakout, and then when we get into the zone, making sure that we're getting ourselves set, we're making those 2-3 good passes, and then we start to attack the net. That's where we've found success in the past, and where we'll get back to success. But it will definitely be a focus for us this week.
Thank you so much for doing this, Cody. I'm Cristiano Simonetta, and that was Stars head coach and GM Cody Chupp. Stars dropped this one 6-4 against the Des Moines Buccaneers, and their 5-game point streak is snapped. Stars back in action against the Omaha Lancers next Friday at the Icebox.